VS Code's parameter hints IntelliSense can help you properly complete function calls. In this JavaScript file, for example, let's say that I want to call the node fs.writeFile function here, but I forget the signature for it. As I type the opening paren to make the function call, VS Code will open the parameter hints widget here. And this parameter hints widget can help us out. The top of the widget is showing the signature for the current function, so it's showing all the arguments, their names, and their associated types. It is also underlining the currently active argument, so this is what we are currently completing. Path, which can be either a string, number, buffer, or URL. The bottom part of this widget is showing the documentation. So here it is showing the documentation for the path argument first, and then the documentation for the entire writeFile function after that. Let's just start filling in this function here. So we'll say writeFile ABC as the path, and as I hit comma to go on to the next argument, you'll notice that the underline shifts. So we've moved on to the data argument, and the documentation is also updated. So now we're seeing the documentation for data. Let's just do 1, 2, 3 as the data. And this is also a good point to explain the little 1 out of 2 over here. That's indicating that there are actually multiple overloads for the current function. So I can switch between those overloads just by clicking on the little arrows here, or by using the up and down arrows on my keyboard. So in this case, the main difference is that the second overload only takes 3 arguments, whereas the first overload takes 4, so it has this options argument. If for some reason you accidentally dismiss the parameter hints widget, so I can do that just by moving the cursor outside of the function call, you can always bring it back by triggering something that looks like you're continuing to work on the function call. Remember, we first triggered it by hitting the open parentheses, so we started the function call. If I hit comma inside the function call, the parameter hints widget will show up again. Or you can use the trigger parameter hints command to invoke it directly without having to type anything. VS Code out of the box includes parameter hints for JavaScript and TypeScript, as well as CSS. And you can find many extensions that add parameter hints for a lot of other languages too, such as Java, C#, and Python. Parameter hints are invaluable when working with complex APIs or with code you might not be as familiar with.